Thanks indeed. Annemie, go for it.
Thank you, Clinton. Baie geluk, Johan. That was very nerve-wracking probably for you. I presume a question on all our lips is what was said at halftime?
Hello, Annemie. Yeah, no, I mean, very grateful, and obviously thank the Lord for spoiling us with this victory, and just His grace. I think credit to the leaders of the team. Halftime, a lot of the senior guys stood up and said, that we can't control the result, but we can control if we're going to go in ourselves or do we going to play hard. And my only thing was, guys, we 21-10 down. I only ask one thing: let's go score the first try. If we score the first try and it's 21-17, then we're in the game. And the boys responded to that. They went out and we scored the first try, and then we saw the belief. But overall, the whole 80 minutes, although there was obviously not a good period in the first half, the boys, I'm proud of the character they showed.
It seemed like one troubling aspect of your game, especially in the first half, was your midfield defense. Is that something that's a bit worrying for you as you head into the final?
We'll review it and we'll look at it. Obviously we had 2 yellow cards as well, so it does put a bit of strain on you, and especially when Andre went off, they exploited it quite well at the back. So it's something we'll look at. You must also credit Glasgow. They do run that launches of them very well, but it's definitely something we'll try and fix, Annemie.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brent. Come in here.
Azadakis, congratulations on the win. You spoke yesterday about the belief there. I take it that was the same belief that was in the coaching box when you guys were 21-3 down.
Yeah, I mean, I think, obviously we knew that we're in a fight, and I think we were disappointed in some of our breakdown work, and we were, and the 2, like I just said, the 2 yellow cards didn't help. Glasgow is a quality attack team, and if you've got people, a player short, you'll always struggle a bit. But the belief was there. We felt if we can still score a try. We felt it before halftime. We couldn't. We got penalized at the ruck, and then that was, like I said to Annemie now, in the message was, if we can score first. I think if they scored and it went to 28, it would have been a massive mountain to climb. But we just felt if we can get a bit of momentum. So I won't lie, it obviously looked daunting when they kept on scoring those 2 tries from a coaching point of view. But the big thing was for us to score first and just get the belief back.
And because I suppose the thing is as well, I mean, this was never going to be a pretty win after that 21-3. You guys had to claw your way back. But maybe a word on some of the leaders in the teams, guys like Krobbies and Cameron, Ruan Vermaak. There's some really guys who really put in some big performances there on the field for you guys.
Yeah, if you look at our forwards, had to work extremely hard, especially with again, like I said, with the 2 yellow cards. And we still, that try that we scored to make it 21-10 was important, and it was a grind. We scored, Marshall scored, was disallowed, then we had to grind again. Our scrum was very good tonight, and so the forwards had to work extremely hard. And then second half, I felt our bench, every player that came on made a difference. And again, maybe that it's credit to how each player has taken up his role and and contributed to that. So so I think it was overall a team performance. And I said to the players now afterwards, it's credit even to the players who didn't play, preparing the team and giving the energy. So I think it was just a great performance from the boys.
Last one from me, just where does this rank? I know you've had a lot of good wins in your career, but in terms of just overall emotionally, where does this rank for you now?
No, this must be right at the top. I mean, I can just, like I said, I'm lost for words. Actually, felt to me like I couldn't believe the whistle went and we won. To be fair, because we really showed so much commitment tonight. The players, I'm so proud of the team. I want to thank the Lord. He's really blessing us, and he's yeah, it's a privilege to be part of this team and this occasion. And the comeback is special, Brendan. I won't lie, because they were really playing good rugby, and Franco has got a team now together for 4 years, and they a quality team, and therefore, you know, this is probably one of the best victories I had. Just the character that the guys showed.
Thanks, Akas. Okay, enjoy the celebrations tonight.
Thank you.
Jan de Koning.
Thanks, Clinton. Feels geluk, Johan. Johan, if we start, obviously you said yesterday 1 point win would be good enough, which you did, but I'm sure Andre Pollard's probably going to pay a few penalties tonight.
Hello, Jan. No, Andre's just said in the team talk now he's going to practice his goal kicking a bit. No, I mean, yeah, we can smile now. We got that 1 point more than them, and that's the thing. But obviously, you know, Andre, one game that he missed won't make him a bad player in that sense. But you know, we're just lucky that it didn't influence the result. In actual fact, one of the coaches made the comment, it kept Glasgow in their half, even the misses. So in that sense, it was you can always look at the positive, but yeah, I think at the end of the day, you know, you look at the fight that the guys showed and the tries they scored, and it, you know, luckily the kicks didn't count at the end.
Yeah, and I know there were 2 yellow cards in the first half, but there did seem some adjustment on defense. You seem to, I know it might have been subtle, but you did change your defensive pattern, which sort of kept the roving, that loop around play of theirs in check.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was for us to stay connected and to have a good tackle fight. And the second guy, you know, slow the ball a bit down, and then we can have time to scan and make decisions. I think we adjusted a little bit on the short side, our defense, where they got a bit of award. But, you know, there wasn't major things. I think just the guys knew that if, again, you know, the mistakes, it was in our control. And if we fix that, we can keep them at bay. And the most important thing was that we, you know, got momentum back on our side. They had a lot of momentum in that first half. We got a little bit back when it went to 10, but the second half we needed to score first, and we did that. And yeah, the boys showed with the ball and without the ball a lot of character.
Yeah, last one from me. I know you've been in a few finals, so you got experience of this. What do you do for the next? I know there's a break now, so it's 2 weeks. What do you do in the next 2 weeks? You can't really practice. How do you keep the guys busy and keep them up for the final?
Yeah, we'll see who we play and where we play, and once we know that, I think if we play Leinster, it's a Friday final. If we play the Stormers, it's a Saturday final. That will obviously influence our planning on training days. When we train, do we have to fly? Where do we have to fly to? And so on. And then we'll plan that. We've got two possible scenarios that we're waiting to finalize. How are we going to deal with the next 2 weeks? But once we know the result of the next semi-final, we'll put the plan in place. But in a sense, Jan, I think it's just to freshen up the players. We are going to go back to South Africa. We're not going to stay here and wait. So we're going to go back to South Africa regardless of where we play. And then we're going to give the boys a few days to recover. And then we'll start planning and building for the final.
Baie dankie, Jan.
Dankie.
Hey, Kobus, thank you. Your turn.
Thanks, Clinton. Akkers, ja, nogmaals geluk met indrukwekkende sege. Wat was jou, julle was voor rustyd, was julle 21-3 agter, en toe rustyd was dit 21-10. Wat was jou boodskap aan die spelers in die kleedkamer gewees?
Die coaches het hulle boodskappe gegee wat ons moet na kyk defensively en op attack. En toe het van die senior spelers gepraat oor ons is in hierdie scenario. Ons het 'n besluit om te maak of ons gaan stil bly en almal in hulle dop gaan kruip en of ons vir mekaar meer gaan speel. En ek dink my grootste boodskap was, ons het voor die tyd gesê, ons is hierso weet om te fight, en al wat ons soek is 1-3. Gee vir ons 1-3 vroeg in die game en vroeg in die tweede helfte en dan vat ons dit van daar af en hulle het presies gedoen wat ou gevra het. So dis genade en ou is dankbaar daarvoor en toe ons daai 3 druk, jy weet 21-17. Natuurlik was daai ander 3 belangrik om 'n 10 te maak, want daai 3 het weet dit dan sien in 'n game, jy's 4 punte agter en dan is enige iets moontlik en ons het dit gedoen en toe het ons obviously nog deur die ouens die momentum begin swaai. Soos ek sê, behalwe dat ons voorgekom het ek net gevoel het elke ou wat opgekom het ook 'n verskil gemaak van die bank af op die regte tyd. So ons is dankbaar daarvoor.
Ek is net nou uiteraard julle sal vanaand wil fokus op dit wat julle vandag wil of wat julle vandag bereik het. Maar wat beteken dit vir die span? Julle gaan ongeag wat die uitslag is in die ander halfeindstryd gaan julle gaan wegspeel. Wat beteken dit vir julle selfvertroue dat julle span soos die Warriors weg van die huis af kon gewen het in die opbou tot daai eindstryd?
Ja, ek glo ons het baie vertroue uit dit vat, Kobus. Natuurlik het ons nog niks bereik nie. Jy weet, as jy almal sal onthou maar net die spanne wat gewen het, so ou kan nie weg in vervoering raak en weg hardloop met dit nie ons maar jy ten minste gee jouself 'n kans en ek dink die les wat ons vanaand geleer het is baie keer gaan dinge sleg gaan as jy kalm bly en jouself na jouself kyk en vir mekaar ondersteun, dan kan jy dit draai, jy weet. En ek dink dit sal ons baie hopelik help. Want ou weet nooit hoe die momentum gaan wees in so 'n finaal nie en ons het gewys oor die 80 minute kan soveel goed gebeur. So ja, verseker sal die ouens baie vertroue uit dit vat.
Dankie Akkers, geniet vanaand.
Dankie julle.